So hi guys, in this video we will be solving how to remove the outermost parenthesis. So this so what does the question states? For example, this is the given input, and we have like multiple parentheses. And what we have to do is we have to remove the outermost. So in this case, this is the outermost open bracket, and this is the outermost close bracket. So after removing these two, we end up with this one. So we just have to return this string as an answer. Now, how do we do this? So the intuition is we will iterate through all the elements of a string, and we will check that, hey, are you open? If you open bracket, okay, I'll increase my count by one, which is initially zero. And I again check, hey, are you closing? If you're closing bracket, then I will reduce my count by one. Now, what happened by this? I'll show you. So this is a array. This is the string we have, and we'll iterate this. So I am first pointing to the first element, and it is open. So I will update my count by one. That increment one. Then I will move to my next element, and I'll again check. Hey, are you open or closed? It's open. Okay. Just add one to my count. Then I'll again move to my next element. Then I again check is it open or closed. In this case, close. If it is close, we minus the count by one. So after minusing, this will become one. Then I will go to my next element. And now again it's a close, so I will decrease my count by one. And if you observe carefully, what just happened is we are pointing to the outer closing bracket of one set, and my count is zero, which means we can say that if my count is zero, I am pointing to either outermost open bracket or outermost closed bracket, which means we don't have to include them, which again means that if the count is not equal to zero, then we are somewhere in between, which we can include in an answer. So if I am pointing to my inner bracket and my count would be one, so I can just add it as it is to my answer. Again, move to the next element and check is it open or closed. If count is zero, if count is not equal to zero, add the element and move on to next element. So the code would be we'll have a for loop and we will iterate through all the elements. And then we will be having three if statements. One will check is the close or open. If it is so if we will check is it close or not. If it is close, minus the count by one. Then we have other if statement which will check is if count is not equal to zero. So if count is not equal to zero, append the element to my answer. Then lastly, we have another if statement which will check that am I pointing to open bracket? If it is yes, then count will be increased by one. So I will show you by that. So now I am pointing to the first element and I'll check is it close bracket? No, it's not. Now and again check is my count not equal to zero? No, it's not. Then third if statement. Uh, sorry. Then I'll again check is it open? Yes, it is. Now I'll just increment my count by one and move to next element. Now I again check the first statement. Is it close? No, it's not. Now is my count not equal to zero? Yes, my count is not equal to zero, which means we can add this particular element to my answer. So I will just add open. Now I again check is it open? Yes, it is. So increase the count by one, which will become two. And we move to next element. So after moving to next element, we again check is it close or not? If it is close. Oh, then decrement my count by one. And we again check. Okay, is count not equal to zero? Yes, it's not equals to 0. Then add this to my answer. So I will add the close to my answer. And again check, is it an open? No, it's not. Oh, okay. Just move on to next element. Now I am again pointed to in close bracket. So I will check, is it close? Yes, it is. If it is close, then decrease by 1, and decrease the count by 1. And again check, is my count is equal to 0? Yes, it is. So, which means that we are pointing to outermost index bracket. So we don't include that. And then move to next element. My count is 0. I'm pointing to open. So again check, is it close? No, it's not. Is my count equals not equals 0? Yes, it is not equals, it is equal 0. So don't add this to answer. And again check, is it open? Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Then increase the count by 1. Move to next element. Now we'll check, is it close? Yes, it is. So I will decrease my count by 1. Now when we check the count is not equal to 0, which is false in this case. So we won't add this because this is a set which has only just two outermost parentheses. So if we remove them, we end up with nothing. So we don't add anything. And we again, is it open? No, it's not. So move to next element. Now we came out of for loop and we have a string. We have a variable which stores the answers. As I said, in this case, there are two sets of parentheses. One was this, and after removing the outermost, we end up with these two. And we have stored this successfully in our answer. Then we have other set, and if we remove these two, we end up with nothing. So this is my final answer. Simply return it. Now you understand the driver. I will show you the code. So as I said, first we have to first we have to find the length of a string. So in length would be s dot length. Then I will have a count variable, is initially 0. Then I'll iterate through my loop. So int I equals to 0, I plus the n, then I plus plus, and in this for loop I'll write three conditions. One, if the s of I is it equals to is equals to a closing bracket. If yes, then count minus is equals to 1. Now again check, is my count not equals to 0? Not equal to 0. If yes, then simply, okay, we also have to create an answer. Initial answer, let's say answer is equals to empty string. Okay, then I will check, is my count, is it not equal to 0? If yes, then we have to append answer plus is equals to SO5. And again check, is my SO5 is equals to open. If yes, then simply increase the count by 1. So count plus equals to 1. So I have checked the first condition, is it close? Minus, if count is not equal to 0, add the element to answer. And if the element is open, increase the count by 1. And finally, just return the answer. And I will run it. I hope this works. And it did. So I'll submit it. Just a couple of seconds. And yeah, we got it. So this is how we solve this problem. Thank you for watching.